Okay, so very quickly, I am going to go straight to the point, but then I will have to be sharing my screen with you so that you can get to know what we are about to do today. I'm not going to be focusing on the audio. I'm going to be focusing more on my screen so that you can see what I am actually speaking about. All right. So I don't know how many of you that have been in website design business, or if you've just if you're planning to learn the skill of website design, if you've been practicing, or if you're about to start practicing. All right. So what I am trying to do for us here is to see how we can earn better, how we can earn faster, and how we can structure website design business to keep generating funds for us consistently. All right. So my name is Timothy Anetia. For those of us who don't know me, and I'm the founder of Marketing Lab HQ. All right. So I started my business with the name Team Tech Solution in 2012, unofficially 2011. All right. But as time went on, like this year, last year rather, I decided that it was time to make my brand a startup. So I decided to start a new brand called Marketing Lab HQ. All right, which is what I've been projecting for the last 1 year. All right, so we are just 1 year so far, but then we've created some noticeable impacts in the business, in the industry, and Nigeria as a whole. So going straight to the point here, I will be sharing my screen with you. I'm going to first of all bring up a particular PowerPoint file so I can speak to you with it. Okay, so originally people have been asking me, website design, is the industry not saturated already? Are people still paying for the service? And my answer has just been one and similar all the time. Every skill can pay rather, if you know how to squeeze it. You see, daily, according to Statista, we have new businesses spring up. We have new organizations start up their businesses, and then they all need you. They all need me, all right, to provide this solution to them. All right, you'll be shocked to understand that we have over 30-something million active SMEs in Nigeria. Now, out of this number, how many are in your database as your customers? All right, that's your primary thoughts. If we have up to this number of SMEs, how many are you controlling? How many are you really working with in order to enhance your income, in order to enhance your processes? All right, so quickly here, we'll go to my screen. Okay, so going by here, this is the income process of web solution business. All right, we are talking about how to generate effective and constant income from web solution business, and that's website design and related services. All right, so website design is not a standalone service. The service that you can bring in a whole lot of things to enhance your income opportunity, to enhance your market entry, for especially if you are new into the business. But if you have an established brand already, it makes it more easier. It makes it more easy, or it makes it easier for you to leverage. Now, starting with this, we need to understand that on the internet, we are not looking, nobody's looking for who is preferring a website design service. People are looking for who will help them structure their business from here to there. Now, critically, considering what we are about to do, you get to understand that you are there as a solution provider, not as a website designer. Of course, website design is a solution, but how are you communicating it? I'm coming to that. So apart from the preamble, let's look at this officially. All right, so I've already told you about my name. All right, now this is it. I'm going to do a whole lot here with this. We start with the starting point. Now, website design has different income components. I call it income components. Income components in the sense that you need to really understand that you cannot just come up and offer a website design service. All right, so the first thing is that you need to be able to bring up different components about this. Now, in this component here, I brought it out here and I said to you, there is a big income at the middle. And then what you need to understand is that you have many sources, many strategies, many processes, and then the structure needed. All right, so what structure do you need first as a website designer who wants to take over the industry in Nigeria? Of course, most times you may be wondering, why am I sharing this to you? Am I not making you a direct competitor? But yes, you are my competitor, but I understand my market. I understand that you cannot outshine me because I know the limit to what I can share. I know the limit to what I reserve for my own personal brand projection. All right, so what I share with you is for you to keep in with that and run with it in the society, I mean in the industry that we are. And then the first thing to understand is, are you projecting locally or you are projecting globally? Now to start with, locally here is that we are in Nigeria. And for example, we have about 35 million active SMEs in Nigeria. That's according to Statista. And then if we have up to this number, and then which number are the most active? Can you, by your own strategy, by your own system, by your own structure, be able to bring up at least 10 out of this number monthly that will pay you a minimum of 5,000, 50,000 naira rather? Can you do a thing that will make these people, at least out of this number of millions of SMEs, can you control 1,000 in 3 years? Now, looking at this, I like to work with number. If you are trying to control 1,000 in 3 years, how long will it take you? Now, look at 1,000 people giving you 50,000 naira a month. No, sorry, in a year. 50,000 times 1,000. Now you see that your calculator will not be able to bring the result. At that, you should understand that you have a huge number. Now the point now is it really about the number? Can you really control this number? Do you have the right structure? Do you have the right system? All right. Is your capacity up to it? Okay. All right. So as it stands there now, what you need to know is that we have to project globally and we have to project locally. Globally, all right, good. Okay, so now globally here, I leverage a platform called Upwork. How are you able to leverage such platform for your own personal advantage? I'm coming to that gradually. Now, for example, the local aspect here is that I like to work with number locally. If you say you are looking at working with 10 businesses in a month, and then what number, like this week, we entered this week yesterday, and I said to myself, I want to work with just 6 businesses this week to create funnel for them. And then I decided to do a short design for funnel, and the offer is just 25,000 naira. And then I'm saying this, if I get 6 people to give me 25,000 naira, how much would I have done in this week? All right, so you know the number. That's to say you have done 150 this week. All right, so if you work on this number and then you look at the number is small, just 6 in a week, then how are you able to convert the 6? We are coming to that. But this month, where we are now, I'm talking about the component, the income component. All right, so the next stage there will be plan. All right, local audience with visible impact. All right, so now you are working with the local audience. Where are they? Who are there? How do you reach them? What kind of message do you communicate with them? How many times should you communicate with them? How much can they afford? How much should you charge them? How would you be able to upsell them? All right. Do you have extra thing to sell to them after you have sold them this first one? Now this should be where your planning comes into. All right. So another thing here is step into the international audience, which I have already talked about. So, but this one I will reserve it for now. I'm concentrating on the local markets for now. All right. So your audience here is that personally, I'm sharing with you my exact process. I do not work with everybody. Of course, everybody cannot be my clients. Everybody cannot be my customer. All right. So I pick and I differentiate the audience that I want to work with. People who are just starting businesses, I can be the people I want to work with at a particular time. Those who have scalable businesses already can be the people I want to work with at that time. But this is it. From my experience so far, working with people who are trying to scale their businesses have been easier than working with people who just want to start or who just started. Now, one of the reasons why this meeting delayed was that I was in an online interview with a particular brand who is about to launch. Someone had recommended my service. All right. So what happened was that we needed to finalize agreement to project them for a period of 1 year before we understand, before we agree if we are going to review our plan. Now, this is it. What happened there is that I was recommended based on the previous service I had rendered. I was recommended based on my digital visibility too. I was recommended based on my track record. Now, what you need to understand is that while concentrating on developing another brand, you have to concentrate on building your online visibility as well. All right. Your digital visibility is very important to your audience, because if you must reach Nigerians and convert them faster, things you say to them are not as important as what they learn from Google about you. All right. 90% of Nigerians believe Google more than you. As such, you have to be able to tell Google what to tell them. So this is what you do. Plan one, you have to establish a ready-to-run audience. Don't be stingy about your advertising, and then don't also rely solely on advertising, or paid advertising. You should understand how to generate organic traffic. You should understand how to generate organic lead, how to generate organic customers and clients. Now, this is how I do it. Your content strategy will help you do that. Your content strategy is the best thing that will help you achieve that. All right. Now, coming in here, at this point, 3 things you must create. Offer ready-to-use service. Ready-to-use service here means that being skillful is not the most important of all skills. The ability to create irresistible offers is. Now, ready to use here to me is that they are not going to wait for you to execute. All right. Now, I do what I call done for you. All right. I'm going to speak about that later. Ready to use offer is for people in the e-commerce aspect. They are looking for who will easily plug in their products in an online platform where they can start selling immediately. So they don't want to wait for days. You ask them, you've already developed based on industry. Schools, you have school management system. That's a ready-to-use platform. You have hotel management system. That's a ready-to-use offer. You have company websites where you can run immediately, they pay. And you have e-commerce with payment gateway and every other things that they need to integrate for you to run with them as well. Now, what will happen here is that very simple and straight. Now, when you have this, you are not projecting to them as one who is coming in to help them design a website. You have a solution which they are in dire need of. So what you are projecting to them is as someone who is there to offer them a solution to what they have been looking for. For example, they want to sell more. Will they be able to sell more with your website? That should be your communication. And at the same time, that should be what you are communicating with. All right? Okay, so now build authority. So I am a website designer is not a solution. I can help you create website is not a solution. Now, one of the things I've enjoyed in the last couple of years is that I have been able to communicate as one who can help businesses stabilize their online processes and visibility. Okay, I've been able to communicate an authority. So people don't want to experiment with their income. People want to work with people whom they know had a track record, they have helped other brands. All right. So authority and expert personality is what makes the whole income different. Okay. So it makes you appear there as someone who has been in it. So your portfolio, we call it your social proof. Your social proof speaks a whole lot, not just your portfolio where you have designed site like this or like that. Now, what are the people whom you have designed for saying? Do this. This is what I do personally. Request for them to send you a message about the work you've delivered. Request for them to send you a short video about the work you've delivered to them. All right, this will help you a whole lot in communicating your social proof. It will help you a whole lot in realigning your social proof with them. All right, so another thing here is be inexhaustible. Now, one of the problems we have is that we rely on, I'm a website designer, pay me 10,000 naira, I will do a website for you immediately. You can easily get exhausted. All right, so if you must succeed as a website designer, what you need to do is that you must bisect your businesses in pieces. Bisect them one after the other. Now, you have a website design skill. In it, you understand SEO. Let that be a service on its own. You understand e-commerce is one. Real estate solution is one. School management platform is one. Hotel management is one. So bisect them one after the other. Be inexhaustible. Don't get caught in a way that you can only do this. You are just a website designer. No, you are a solution provider for SMEs and medium scale enterprises. All right, not just small, but also the medium scale enterprises. You can offer lots of unique solutions to them in order for them to drive more traffic, in order for them to drive more income, and in order for them to drive more sales. All right, so here you have to bisect a whole lot, divide, just separate all of them in a way that you can have a lot of values to offer. All right, so now how do we loop the income processes? How do we loop them all together? We need to loop them all together in different ways. All right, so look at this. For everything I've said here, how do I bisect? How do I project? How do I gain the marketing? How do I gain the audience? How do I gain the sales? The sales that I want? How do I gain the conversion that I want? First, you need to know that with subscription pattern, you can have 1,000 people subscribing to your service and paying 5,000 naira. Easier than having 10 people paying you 100,000 naira. Look at the number. I love numbers. Look at working with 1,000 people who pay 5,000 naira monthly. And this is what I do that I have not revealed ever before to anyone. What I do is I have created a portal that my competitors like you, of course you're my competitor, who I share things with will not get to see the portal. But people I am targeting who are SMEs and large-scale enterprises, so many of them do not want to be tying down resources every time. For example, starting an organization who just want to grow 150,000 naira to develop a website, most times will send them running. But look at this strategy that I use. I use a monthly subscription. You pay 5,000 naira monthly for 12 months. 5 times 12 will make you pay more than 50,000 naira. All right, sorry, more than 30,000 naira rather. It will make you pay more than 30,000 naira in a month. Okay, of course, up to 50. 5 times 12, you pay up to 60,000, right? All right, so looking at that, you have about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 to 100 persons subscribing 5,000 naira monthly for your website design subscription. All right, you design, you manage, and they pay the subscription monthly. The moment they sign up, you are the one to design the site. The moment they sign up, they must pay every month for the site to stay active. You've designed it. So instead of you to tell them rather, pay 50,000 naira, pay 60,000 naira, pay 100,000 naira. Let me design your site for you at a go. People will feel free to pay 5,000 or 10,000 naira monthly for you to train them. I mean, for you to design and manage for them for a period of 1 year. They don't even know that they are accumulating the payment. They are paying you more. But to you, it's a unique strategy that you can use. That is the subscription-based strategy. Using your subscription-based strategy will give you a huge leverage to have a good number of persons. Imagine growing that portal for about 1,000 persons, paying 5,000 naira. Do the calculation. Okay, let's even say growing it about 100 persons consistently paying 5,000 naira every month. All right, 5,000 times 100 is a good amount of money. All right, in a month. All right, so imagine you being able to do that successfully. That's making 5,500,000 naira every month from the subscription alone. Subscription alone can give you 500,000 naira using that strategy. It looks very light on them. They are not thinking, okay, they will just add it as a budget in their running cost, right? They are only going to pay their running cost of about 5,000 naira every month for their website. To them, it's easy. All right. So another thing is prepared solution. All right. It's okay to tell me what you can do, but faster to get money for what you have done. All right. This is what I do most times. Do it as well. It works. Instead of me to send you a proposal and tell you to pay for me to train you, instead of for me to do a site for you, I show you what I have already done for your business. Instead of me to tell you you have to pay a particular amount for me to do this and explaining what I am going to do, instead of explaining what I am going to be doing for you, I only come up and then show you what I have already done for you so that you can help me easily deploy it for your own business, for your own system. All right, so I sell to them already done system, already done this, already done solution. So I just explore it and then integrate it to your platform. Right? So prepared solution. Prepared solution is one of the things I use mostly for my platform. All right. So another thing is done for you. People do not want the long process of them getting to do a whole lot of things. So when you bring up all the processes together, it makes life easy for them as well. You do everything for them. Okay, bringing up the done for you service makes it easy, all right, for them to say yes to you. Another thing here is teach to earn. Last week, I was training a particular organization on their digital visibility and marketing. Now, this is part of the web solution processes. All right, while training them on this, what I did firstly was to communicate what they needed. All right, so you teach to earn from it as well. I have communicated the lapses they have. I have told them what they needed to implement in their company. What they needed to do was to first call me for a review, and then after reviewing, we were able to start up the entire processes. And then starting up the entire process helped us, all right, helped us to agree on the training process. So I train them and I end by teaching them. I teach to earn. A lot of people have also some of my students, I tell them, record video courses, do trainings, online and physical trainings, work on numbers, train up to 10, 20 persons in a month. Agree on yourself that you must have a minimum of 20 persons in a month to train, and they will pay you a particular amount. So instead of just relying on designing the website for companies, also work on training. Teach to earn. All right, share your knowledge for a fee. It pays, of course, it does. Share your knowledge for a fee. Have 20 people pay you 10,000 naira for training. Have 50 people pay you 5,000 naira for a training. You get to see that on these processes, especially now that the lockdown has made a lot of people to understand that online courses is very okay. Record your online courses, teach. You've learned enough. You don't need to be a professor before you can offer to teach. You already know enough. Offer to teach, start teaching. All right, so teach to earn and place monetary value on your skill. Place value on your knowledge. All right. Another thing is digital course. All right, so I sell in a week a minimum of 50 video courses to 50 persons. All right, with that, what I have been able to do is that I have, if I am selling, even if I'm selling 5,000, 3,000 naira for each video course, and 50 people buy 50 people buy 50 people buy from you. All right, it simply tells you that in a week you can do 150 with 3,000. All right, and if you sell it for 5,000, you know the calculation already. So, and this one is, you must have recorded it down already and just do your ad. What I even added here was, imagine selling a course for 100 people at 5,000 naira monthly. All right, so that's 500,000 naira already. And then you still have people who are paying for subscription, and maybe up to 100 as well, who are monthly paying for your subscription-based price, service rather, where you serve them, you design a site for them, they pay monthly. Then this is more like doing $1 million in a month, and then you bring up here for a prepared solution. So already you have bisected your service. Your one skill can give you a whole lot. One skill that you have, you can bisect them and have a whole lot. This one here, subscription-based. This one here, prepared solution that you can offer at a go. For instance, I offer Nigerian Army a prepared solution. That is, what I mean is already prepared solution. Already, I developed a database solution for the Nigerian Army, and I took it to them. And then I deployed it to them. I displayed the sample to them. They looked at it. They liked it. The next question was, how much would it cost us for you to deploy it for us? And that was where I earned almost an instant 6-figure by deploying that. An instant 6-figure deploying that only in a day. It's already been made. I can still duplicate the same to the police. I can duplicate the same to other industry, to other institutions rather. And then this is a database management platform that I just sat and developed, and then I'm deploying. So those are prepared, already prepared solution. All right, so you can do that, and then the done for you, the teach to earn. So many you can bisect your skill for. One skill that you have, you can bisect it into so many other solutions. All right, I've talked about the digital course, and then the next one is freelance. Now look at a platform like Upwork. Let me give you a secret about Upwork. If you offer your very first service to a particular company, maybe 2-3 companies, and then your service was excellent, what they do is they take you off Upwork.com. They decide to retain you on a monthly payment. I'm telling you this from experience. But if you can work with 2-3 companies, I have a friend who is not even accepting local job again. He had to employ 5 people to service the job he gets from Upwork. And then a minimum of them comes with $1,000. All right, imagine doing this at this particular economic period that we are. Okay, imagine offering your service on Upwork, and then you are able to offer every week, because of course it's about hours. You can segment the number of hours you can serve this particular clients, and then you can also segment. You are the one to choose the hour of service. You want to do 3 hours per day, per 24 hours. You know how to do that. Just go to upwork.com, register, and then provide the right information. Let me give you a clue. Don't go and apply for website design. No. If you go to Upwork, don't register as a website designer. You will just be floating. On Upwork, that's why I tell you that defining and bisecting your skill is the most important thing. On Upwork, you can register as one of your skills can be a funnel creator, an expert in creating converting funnels. It can be an expert in creating unique WordPress website, WordPress. And then another thing can be that an expert in creating front-end, an expert front-end web developer. All right. Another thing can be an expert back-end developer. So don't just go and say, I'm a website designer. No, it's a no, no, no. You can even define it by software. I'm expert in PrestaShop. I'm expert in Magento, WordPress. Just define it. They will contact you based on your expertise. All right. And that will give you faster job. All right. So another of the loop here. So we're talking about, for someone that just joined us after a break, I think Solomon broke your internet, maybe timed you out. We are still on the loop. All right. So another thing here on the second loop is break it down. Be problem specific. I think I've just said that. I've just said that now. You have to break it down. Do not offer all in one. No, do not offer all in one solution. Break your services. This is what I do most importantly. Break it. If you pack everything together, you will cheat yourself out. Break it. You are offering this particular solution. Like I have a particular client, I have offered funnel development, I have offered corporate website development, I have offered SEO, I have offered Google Analytics, I have offered different, so many. I just bisected everything. So bisect your skill. Let them have a stand-alone process. Let them be able to stand on their own so that you can be problem specific when communicating. With that, you will be able to sell small amounts with small services. All right, that's tautology, I know. But then I want to say that for us to get it deeper. All right, for example, I charge 35,000 naira for funnel. And then I will do funnel for you and suggest your main website. Now, creating your main website, I can charge you that particular one, 75 to 120,000. Now, if I had said I will do funnel, I will do main website, I'm cheating out myself. All right. So what I do, I am problem specific. I am being specific with my solution. All right. I remain very specific to what I am working with. So raise the bar. The next one is raise the bar. All right. Top guys in the industry will not give you a chance. Seize it. That's the truth. Nobody will wait for you to come take over. You have to really seize the chance and take over. Right? The most important thing is don't wait to be contacted. All right? Don't wait for clients to come to you. So people keep asking me, how do I get clients? They are not asking me. Nobody's making an inquiry. Nobody's contacting me. Nothing like, I'm telling you, don't wait for people to contact you. They won't. All right? It's your duty to contact your prospect and be visible enough for people to get you. Now, what I do personally is if you go to my social media platforms, I am very intentional about my content communication. All right? There is what I call event rituals. You have to learn to create events rituals. All right? When you learn to create events ritual, you will know that you are creating an expert personality. You are creating expert personality through your events ritual. All right? Contact your prospect with pre-developed solutions. I've already stated that from the beginning. All right? I said that from the beginning. I'll send you the video in case you missed from the beginning. All right? Now, this gives you a huge leverage in communicating your processes. All right? So, on this particular aspect, you can do a weekly events ritual. You come up to speak on different kinds of website, the different kinds of integration that should be on a client's website. Have what I call tribe. create a Facebook group. Let SMEs be a part of your group. Communicate with them. Write about them. Focus on writing about the solution that should be integrated on their website. What they need is this solution, not your skill as a website designer. They want to hear that you want to help them achieve a particular goal. Each of them has a particular goal they want to achieve. Can you help them achieve that? Nobody's interested in either you are a website designer or not. They are all interested in the fact that you have this skill. All right? Okay, so another thing here is lead with thoughts. Lead with thoughts. Lead with thoughts here. Another thing is lead with thoughts. Nurture your thoughts and pass it across succinctly as a leader in your niche. So people want to work with people whom they believe is a leader in that particular niche. Nobody wants to experiment with his or her money. I've said this earlier. All right, so create a tribe. Run your communication organic. This is how to get at least daily organic clients, at least one per day that want you to, all right, I have a website, but with what you've said, I think I need to redesign my site. What will it cost? If a day goes by and you do not have at least an inquiry, it means that you are not trying organically. And then be sure to run sponsored ad. You can do what we call a marketing budget. All right, you can do, even if it's 1,000 naira per day, you can do all days and then create a marketing budget around it. All right, so what can you offer in all these that I have said? Subscription based, prepaid solution, and the rest. So what exactly are the solutions you can offer? What can you offer in all this? Now look at this. I have helped you in bisecting this particular solution. I told you, bisect every of these solutions that you have. Don't just run with I am a website designer kind of mentality. Bisect them to your advantage. Bisect them in a way that you can never get exhausted. All right? Your skill set can never be exhausted. You have so much to offer every time and every day. The first thing is you can focus on having, you can have one of them being funnel creation. All right? Right now, everyone is looking at offering a marketing that converts. All right? So when I wrote a book, Beyond Media Buying, it was specifically about going beyond daily advertising. That book simply guides you on how to take people away from the journey on your advertising, paid advertising, and bring you back to where you can engage and convert them. So funnel is one of such. Funnel will truly help you achieve that. Funnel can be one of the things you offer. Funnel creation, complete SEO, all right, hospital stroke clinic web solution. Now you are defining it based on industry. All right, so you define it based on industry. Customer automation system. All right, you can create a customer automation system for a particular organization, a particular company, and a particular institution. All right, so you can also create your solution to be school portal development. So all these can be bisected. All right, another one is web and mobile app development. All right, so beyond the normal websites that you create, can you add web application? Web application in the sense that there are some solutions that will come up on it. All right, there are some tools that are not really integrated on a normal website. All right, so then mobile application, can you also specify it, not offering web and mobile development at the same time? No, you have to bisect it in order to earn enough. All right, so company's website development, hotel management system, e-commerce solution. Now these are the things, these are how I have been able to bisect for you about 9 of them so far. All right, so now we talk about the process cycle. Okay, the process cycle here is simple. How do you go about gaining everything I have said, that you are able to have not less than 1 sale per day? At least someone will pay you at least one per day. How would you be able to achieve that? To not just waste your day, to at least gain the sales per day. All right, this is what I think I captured as your marketing formula. What should form your marketing process? This is what I do, and I want you to duplicate the same thing. Start by communicating as an authority. This is what I have here. Now, get visible. I got a call from Port Harcourt early this year. I was searching on Google and I saw your website. I would like to develop a website. And since I can see you as one of the top visible companies on Google, it means you guys are good. So I would like to work with you. This is a company that I have never established a contact with. So be very intentional about your online visibility. On your social media, make it visible. Go to LinkedIn. Take advantage of your LinkedIn platform as well. All right? Get established and valued. Don't communicate like you are begging for service. Don't beg for customers. All right? I see people say, I can do a website for you for 10,000 naira. And they list so many things that is what over about your visibility. Take it very, very serious. Take your visibility very seriously. I do this very intentionally. I write at least a week, every week. I write one article on my corporate blog where I am not a blogger, but I write at least weekly on how to, all right, how SMEs can gain this and that, how integrating this on your website will help you. So all this will help your visibility as long as you are able to integrate the right keywords and your meta tags, all right? So another thing is be able to create reciprocity, all right? Offer, be very generous, but reserved. Be very generous, but reserved. Now, what I'm doing here is, what you are gaining from me, most of you paid, all right, for my course, all right? So another thing is you have to be able to close a bet because they are at the other side of the bridge. You are here. They need to cross the bridge to your end in order to pay you for the service you provide. Then for them to come there, they have to test to know that you are selfless. They have to test to know that you are trustworthy and to know that you have the expertise, all right, in what you are promising to do for them. So your communication pattern. So most times I have a 2-3 pages ebook that I send to my new prospect, all right? These few outline strategies will restructure and position your business digitally if you take advantage of them. I will just list them in the ebook. Now, what I'm trying to do is, it's either I use ebook or I use video, and then I communicate and send them the link. They watch it free, and they appreciate the fact that I am sharing knowledge with them free. And then you start hearing things like, how do I go about it? Now, that is reciprocity. All right? Now, buy likeness bias. Likeness bias is part of the things I have just said. Offer them free things. Offer them, teach them freely. Share content with them. I told you to create a tribe. Let them come in, engage them. Be there and exercise your expertise. They will start liking you. They will start seeing you as an authority. Intentionally make them like you over others. When they like you over others, it will be easy for them to give you money instead of giving to others. At the same time, do not forget your social proof, all right? Words of others will always have more conviction than yours. I said this earlier, social proof here is what others say about you. Last year, not last year, 2 years ago, after I delivered a solution for Sunflag Nigeria Limited, I went to their general manager, an Indian man, and I asked the man, please, I need a review from you. I need you to tell me about what we have deployed for your company. Has it been effective? Have you achieved what you paid for? Are you happy with what we did? He said yes. He happily gave us a review. And then if you check one of our platforms, we use them as one of our reviews. All right, your social proof is very important. Ask for reviews. Ask for social proof. All right, let them tell you. Don't just write. Most times the video social proof speaks louder. Most times the one that comes in form of a chat speaks louder. All right, let them be able to give you a feedback Use their feedback. Let them know you will use their feedback as social proof. All right. Then be scarce. Create scarcity. All right. It is okay to reject offers. Very, very okay. I've rejected a whole lot most times. I remember last year I was offering a solution to one company in UK. It's a clinic. After 3 months, instead of them to review our fee upward, they wanted to review our fee downward. What I did was to walk away. It was good, you know, when you have an assured monthly income, that whether you make from other sources or not, at least you are sure of this one will come. To me, it was a good deal, but there are some deals you have to work out of. You have served for 3 months. The money is not supposed to come down, it's supposed to go up. So instead of them to review upward, they reviewed downward. So we worked out. We were scarce. A few months after, we were still in communication with them. They were still actively getting back to us because they could not get a hand that could do it. The funny thing is, the person that was doing the similar thing we were doing was charging them about £3,000 to do that. And then imagine them coming to offer us less than £1,000. And then at the same time still want to reduce very low to the lowest of it. All right. So to them, you are undervalued. When it looks like you are undervalued, you need to learn to take a walk and create that scarcity. They will come back to you seeking your solution again, as long as you had earlier made an impression, or as long as you are actively creating unique impression digitally. All right. So be scarce, create that scarcity, not scarcity of pride. No, I'm talking about scarcity of your expertise. You have to let them know that without you, they can't do it. They need to know that you are, I mean, if they lose you, they've got a lot to lose in their business. All right, be distinct. Let your USP be distinct from others. Unique selling point. I don't do what everyone does. Look at what I've just outlined to you. Very few web developers or people who own agencies that offer this solution will spend time to go through this process with you. Very few. Apart from those who just sell you website design course and you go, very few will spend time with. So I defined my USP to be different. Right from when I started my training in 2011, made up my mind I was going to distinct my own USP to be different from others. So that's what you should do as well. Don't do what everyone is doing. Create a means of distinction. Let them feel that you are different from others. In fact, they will recommend, oh, you see that person, see that company, they are different from others. If you try to reach him, it's always, you have to create that particular uniqueness about you. What is it? Your customer service? Is it your delivery? Is it your uniqueness? Is it how well you do your job? All right? Is it the graphic representation on, you just have to be able to position this rightly. Is it how well you are able to interpret their brand? All right? So you need to know all that. But then there are 4 pillars to getting your daily result as expected. All right? 4 pillars to having a sustainable web development career. And I will tell you this, don't ever project as a website designer. Project as an agency who offer website design as a service. And then by set different, I've talked about this. How do I explain this again? Don't be a website designer. Don't offer website design service. All right? If you're offering to this particular audience funnel, let it be funnel. If this one is company website, let it be company website. You need to know how to filter audience. Have an audience of proprietors and proprietors of Nigeria, and then communicate school management platform. Have an audience of hotel owners. Communicate such. Have an audience of small business owners, and then do not communicate website design to them. Communicate an online platform that will enhance their marketing. All right? Communicate all that, and you always get a yes from them. So the first pillar here is your result. Understand that people won't pay you if they don't know the result they will get from you. I've just explained that. Nobody is expecting to work with a website designer. They are all looking out for what a website designer is bringing as their advantage. What, okay, if I pay you to create a website for my company, what benefit would it be do? Apart from having a tag, we have a website. Would it add to our income? What exactly would it add to us? This is what people want to know. They are not interested in what you offer. They are interested in the result that you will bring to them. All right. So if you tell them, I'm not just a website designer, what I'm creating for you is a unique online platform that will help you structure your marketing process and automate your system. All right. So what you do next is I'm going to create a funnel for you, and then the funnel will help you capture. You just explain everything you are going to do for them. By the time you are done explaining your values, I can tell you they will not be able to price you down. All right. So people are not after your price, they are after your value. All right. Price has little or no issue when it comes to sealing a deal. It's always about the value you are bringing to the table. Are you able to communicate the value effectively and enough? All right. It's always been about that. All right. So next here is trusts. Nobody wants to experiment with their funds. All right. How are they sure they will get value for their money? Be straightforward. No need for long grammar. Just go straight to the point. Everyone is busy. Will I get value for my money? If I pay you, how do I trust you to do this job? You have to be able to bridge that gap in your communication. All right. So you have to be able to let them trust you. That is why you must not appear as someone who just started. You must go through the process I took you from the beginning to this time and project exactly that way. With that, you will be able to merge your trust. Your value communication alone will project you as someone who is an authority in that. Having a tribe, a platform where people come to learn on your either social media or a place like this, you create events ritual. To me, this is events ritual that I am going to be doing weekly or every 2 weeks. All right. So a lot of people will come in and then learn, and they are seeing you as an authority with that. Okay. So another thing here is proof. All right. No one wants to be the one to be experimenting with your service. Have a proof. Have a proof of your assurance. All right. I said it, social proof earlier. Make sure they are there on your digital platform. Communicate this every day. Be very strategic in your communication. Use story. How you help a particular brand achieve this. Use story. Communicate with stories. All right. Pricing. Don't be cheap and don't be excessively expensive. Be affordable. When you see people saying, I can do a website for you for 10,000 naira, most times they laugh. People who want to pay you know that you do not have what you have to offer. You are hungry. That's what they will assume. This one is a hungry person online. I'm not sure he even knows what he wants to offer. All right. So focus on your values, not come and create a cheap website. No, that's not what people are looking for. People are looking for people with real value. People are looking for people with real value. They can pay you as long as the value is worth it. So spend more time on communicating your values than your pricing. All right. Now, go measure and review. I think that is where I'm going to stop for this particular course.